Hey everybody, it's Lo and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about red light therapy, what it is, its benefits, and my experience. So if you want to see that, then just keep watching. There's so much information and research and news about red light therapy and its benefits, so I'm going to share what those benefits are, how they occur, and my experience using a red light therapy device so far. And because a lot of this information I feel like always sounds super overwhelming, I'm going to try to be like the Andrew Huberman for dummies and give you how it actually works, but hopefully in a way that makes sense. So in short, red light therapy uses red light, near infrared light, or sometimes both, which penetrates your cells and boosts your mitochondria function. And within the massive spectrum of light that exists, also known as the electromagnetic spectrum, red light therapy uses either a red light wavelength of 660 nanometers or near infrared light of 850 nanometers. And as a reference point, the colors that we can visibly see on this spectrum range from 380 nanometers up to 740. And this puts the red light at 660 at that high end of the visible light spectrum, which is really good for surface level benefits. And near infrared light at 850 is beyond that, which does provide deeper tissue and cell benefits. And it also means that because it's out of this visible light spectrum, you can't see it, even if you have near infrared light on a device close to your face. Of course, using protective goggles, because near infrared light, while very, very beneficial, you should not look at directly. So anytime you are using near infrared light, be sure to put on the funky little goggles that it comes with. Now, back to how it works. So everybody knows that mitochondria are the powerhouses of these cells, and studies show that exposing mitochondria to these different wavelengths of light can strengthen them by creating more ATP, also known as adenosine triphosphate, which, for dummies, is the energy that cells use to function. I learned a little bit about ATP when studying for my personal training certification, but it's basically when mitochondria takes the food that you eat, and it has 3 different ways to turn that food into energy. And this ATP energy is then used for muscle contractions, sending nerve signals, activating enzymes, storing and moving energy and substances either within the cell and between cells, cellular repair and turnover, and so much more. And red light therapy helps us by exciting the electrons in your mitochondria, which then makes the ATP production happen more effectively and quickly, resulting in more energy for your cells to use for all of its beneficial purposes. So to really sum up how it works, your body needs energy to survive. This energy does come from the food that you eat, but it's not just food to energy, it's food. Then the mitochondria takes that food, turns it into ATP, which again is just the technical name for energy, and then it can do whatever it wants with that. And adding in red light just makes that happen even faster, so that way you can have all of these benefits. And this leads us to the benefits of red light therapy, which is essentially just the benefits of having an increase in cellular energy that your body wouldn't otherwise be able to produce. So what are these benefits? As a starter, a lot of them tie back to increasing circulation, reducing inflammation, and increasing the speed at which cells can repair themselves and create new, healthier cells. And when you boost cell energy and circulation in your body, it helps you improve your sleep, energy, and clarity, which also leads to just overall systematic benefits for your body. If you're sleeping better and you have more energy, you're just going to feel better everywhere else overall. But when you hear people talking about red light therapy, the benefit you may hear them talking about the most is skin health, which is also why you may see an increase in different red light skin devices such as the wands and masks, because of all of the benefits that it does provide. On top of cell turnover, red light therapy can also stimulate collagen production and can help with reducing wrinkles and stretch marks, scars including acne scars, signs of sun damage and age spots, and skin conditions such as psoriasis and eczema. It's also been shown to help with hair growth, and by reducing inflammation, it also helps with redness in the skin. And with lower inflammation and better blood flow, you also get the other benefits from red light therapy, such as faster wound healing, muscle recovery, and a reduction in minor aches and pains. And all of this is thanks to healthier cells with more energy that are able to do so much more for your body. And there are different ways to use red light therapy to get these benefits. As I mentioned with skin health, there are wands and masks and different things things if skin, especially just your face and skincare, is your main concern. But you can also get devices at home, or you can go somewhere like a gym or wellness spa that may have these devices. Some of them are targeted devices like the one I have, which I like because it's smaller so I can take it with me places. It's cheaper. And then there are the bigger ones, like there's one that's probably about this big, so it's still smaller and more compact for people with a smaller space, but can get a bit more of your body. And then they're like those full body panels. You can stack them, you can have a whole setup, which again, if you don't have that at your house, a lot of gyms now have them in different wellness places if you just want to try it out. And you really only need to use it for 10 to 20 minutes a day, maybe like 3 to 5 times a week to see the benefits. But of course you can use it every day, especially if you do have your own device and it's easy for you to do. But if you do use it just once by going to a gym or somewhere, it will help a little bit with your recovery, especially if it's right after a workout, and just with your energy overall. But of course, having it at home and using it way more consistently, again, at least a few times a week, is how you will see those bigger benefits and bigger changes, such as improvements in your skin health, overall wound healing, hair growth and hair health, and just those long-term ones that don't just happen with a once or 2 time use. A little after my birthday, I got the Juve Go, and I went with the Go again because it's the smallest device, so it is cheaper, and there are cheaper devices of the same size from other brands, and I knew that there were cheaper ones out there, so I did a ton of research to try to see if maybe saving money would be better. But in all of my research, everything pointed to, if you can, go with the Juve Go, just because it is the best device and is worth it. Probably the best because of the wavelengths, and there have been tested like how strong and like how impactful the wavelengths from this device actually are. So that is why I did go with this one. But there are a ton of different devices out on the market, so there's definitely something to fit everyone's budget if you are interested in trying it out. And again, if you are just interested in like your face and skincare, you can always try out those masks too, just making sure that they do have the accurate red light, which is either 660 just for the regular red light, and if you do want to add near infrared light, which again penetrates a bit deeper into your skin, then that one's at 850. So making sure that it does have those accurate wavelengths, or else you're just putting like regular red light on your face and you won't actually see the benefits from it. So definitely making sure that you are getting what you are paying for. But even within just the 6 weeks of using this, I've absolutely loved it. I also like it because of the size. So again, not just because the smaller one is more affordable, but I don't have a ton of space, and I can actually just put this in my bathroom on the counter, because the main reason why I got it was to help heal the scars that I had from my appendectomy in October. They haven't been the most cooperative of scars. They've had a lot of problems, but they are finally starting to look better. So with this, the perfect little size, I got it with the little dock, so I can just pop it on my counter, and then I literally just set it, and I use the red / near infrared. There's a setting where you can use both at once on it, because these scars are like pretty deep and intense, or they were intense, and now they are looking better. And I know that using that near infrared light will just penetrate a bit deeper and would help that cellular turnover from deeper within. The first 2 weeks that I had it, I was really consistent. I did it every single morning. I would turn it on, and it just goes for 10 minutes is the max amount of time that you can use with this one. If you have the bigger panels, then they can go for up to 20 minutes, I believe. But this one, the max I can do is 10 minutes. So I just brush my teeth, wash my face, do all of that, and let this do its thing. The only downside with this device is because it's small, it doesn't have its own like cooling function, so you can only use it for 10 minutes, and then it has to cool for an equal amount of time before you can use it again. So even if I use it for 5 minutes, then it has to cool for 5 minutes. So I can't just go back to back from like scars to face to hair to everywhere. So some mornings when I do have more time, then I will do my scars, since that's the most important for me, and then I can do somewhere else, or later in the day I can do somewhere else. But that's like my one minor issue, is that it does have to cool down, and I can't just like move it about from place to place. But other than that, I've absolutely been loving it. And besides the scar and the benefits that I've seen from the scars, so again, 2 weeks pretty consistently with that, and then I was out of town a few weekends. That Monday I'd be back and I would kind of like forget. So a few other weeks I was not super consistent still using about 3 to 5 times during those weeks, and then I'm getting back on to being consistent these last couple of weeks, and I have seen improvements. I stare at them every day and they were so ugly and just annoying beforehand, and finally I'm starting to see that they are improving and they are starting to look a little bit better, which is fantastic since they have been giving me so many issues. But other things that I do use it for are for muscle recovery. So the Joovv also provides a recovery mode which uses red and near infrared and like pulses the red light so it can like really get deep into your tissues. So I've had some aches and pains along like my shoulder and my shoulder blade, and even just like sometimes my neck hurts, so I'll use it there. Having it like 6 to 12 inches away from you is best, so I can just hold it there. Sometimes I'll lay in bed. There have been days where I have headaches or just like sinus pressure from allergies or just from traveling and feeling like a little icky after, and I've just put it on my forehead. It's helped so much. So there's so many different uses for it, different aches and pains like knees and just anywhere you don't feel too great. I have noticed that like using it there does really help. In the mornings when again I do have more time after I do my scars, I'll do it on my face as I'm washing up, and I have noticed an improvement in my skin overall. But again, my main focus being those scars, and I have seen a difference, and I have found that this has helped me a ton, especially in some of those achy spots, again like with my shoulder that had been acting up. Using it just a few times, like once a day for like a week I did it, I just felt so much better, and I haven't had like that weird like muscle pinchy feeling that I usually got. So just it's a great tool to have, and I personally have already been seeing benefits from it. And again, I know that these devices can get pricey, but if you have any of these concerns that you want to see benefits from, I definitely recommend finding something that works for you and trying it out, even if just for a little bit, or borrowing one from your friends, or going to one of these wellness spas or gyms and trying it out just a little bit before you want to buy it for yourself. But I do highly recommend, because of all of these benefits, and not even just for the benefits of like your skin, hair, all of that, but the whole systematic benefits. Even me just using it in small parts on my body, this energy between cells can transfer, so it helps your whole body, even if you're not using a full body panel. It will take a little bit longer, but it's just good for your health overall. There you have it. That is all about red light therapy and its benefits. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you've tried it out before and what else you want to see here on my channel. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe. I upload a new video every other Wednesday. So until the next one, thanks for watching.